Here I am headed to meet our crew. We're headed to the Mitsuwa Marketplace. We're going to head north on the Hudson River towards the George Washington Bridge. We group up here to review the plan and make sure everybody is ready to depart and comfortable. Our group leader, Mike Petit, tells us when it's time to move on to head north. Once we get moving, I'll speed up the action with some time lapse. I turn to my right to speak to my friend Saudi. He's an excellent swimmer, kayaker, and bassist. If you check out the back of each of the kayaks, you'll see lanterns or lights, and these are really good safety features for traveling on the Hudson at night. There's quite a bit of boat traffic. We have ferries coming in and out, going from New York to New Jersey, back and forth, and also tugboats that are going north and south along the Hudson. And it's kind of a mishmash of boats and kayaks and speedboats. So you have to keep your eyes open. You can't be completely dependent on radios. A lot of it is line of sight and verbal communication between the kayakers. It turned out to be a really beautiful day for kayaking. Initially, when we got to our pier, it was raining, but the rain stopped and the day cooled down so it wasn't insufferably hot. Despite the beautiful coastline, New York City being on the right side and New Jersey on the left, I'm going to speed up the action a little. Here you can see we're always helping each other. Saudi is turning on the backlight for Mike. Safety is always a primary concern on our trips. If necessary, we'll pause to help each other out or to regroup. And we're approaching the 79th Street boat basin on the right side now. A lot of the trip, if I'm flanking on the right side, you'll see me looking left to make sure I'm not coming too close to someone else's kayak. Same thing if I'm on the left flank, I'm looking towards the right quite a bit. And of course, if you're in the middle, you're looking everywheres. I'm going to slow down the action here so you can see a couple of things. I'm nearing a boat on my right side and I'm going to stop paddling on purpose. And you could see how the current is carrying me north towards the George Washington Bridge. We planned these trips to get to our destination during slack tide for a good reason, and also to go with the current. To fight current this powerful and this strong would be a tremendous battle. So what we plan to do is travel with the current going north towards the GWB, cross over to get to Mitsuwa Marketplace, and arrive there just about slack time, where the current is neither going north or south. We get something to eat, hang out and talk and enjoy ourselves, and then heading back, coming south back towards our pier. The current will have reversed, and we'll be traveling south with the current helping us. The other thing I'd like you to note is how quickly it gets dark on the Hudson. It's really good to have your kayaks well lit so that tankers and tugboats could catch sight of you. Here you could see I'm heading my kayak west. This is the most dangerous part of our expedition, crossing over the Hudson east to west or west to east. We're actually aiming well before Mitsuwa, because as we travel east to west towards New Jersey, the current will be hitting us broadside and forcing us north more and more towards the George Washington Bridge. So we don't want to overshoot our destination. So we actually start the crossing well south of our destination. We all had an appetite after we landed. This was the chicken curry with rice that I ordered. And here's all my friends that went on the paddle.
My sister's friend's husband.
You know him?
I think so. Well, there's not many
He said it's Hatteras Village.
Right. Ask my sister.
The trip back is very exciting. Luckily, a couple of us brought headlamps to lighten the way. We make sure everybody's on the water. Of course, there'll be no kayaks left in the beach area. And then we count heads before we head back to Pier 96. I'm holding the headlamp in my hand because I have a headband with the SJ7000 action camera on it. I describe this as a beach area, but it's really cement, and you can see we're walking over a ledge that leads to a rocky area where the water is. So you have to really watch your step in this area. Okay, sorry, I lost my footing. Okay. Yeah, I lost my footing. No, it's okay. I'm checking out the cockpit of my kayak, and you could see once I turn off the light how dark it is this night. On the left you could see the New York skyline, and amongst the buildings are the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building. On the trip back you could see we're headed south, and the water is so smooth and placid it almost looks like we're on a lake instead of on the Hudson River. I'm going to speed up the action now until we get over to Pier 96, which is located at the Hudson River and 56th Street. The trip back is much easier. Maybe the current's faster, or maybe we're just well rested. You could see I'm looking to the right quite a bit, so I could see the light on my friend's kayak to make sure I'm not too close to her kayak. At this point, we're turning left to go east to head straight towards New York City. The current is still pulling us south, though. You see that light straight ahead? That's a ship. And we're just going to go to the right of that ship. Once we're safely across the Hudson on the New York side, we'll just head south, past the sanitation department, and then our pier is just a little further.
Could you get it out of my route? Sorry? Okay, it's easy to get. I should have had it out though. Who do you want me to watch, Mike? All right.
This here I'm no longer filming with the action camera, but rather with my iPhone. The action camera is encased in a waterproof case. And I like filming with the iPhone occasionally. It gives you a different view, and also you get some of the ambient sound. These are just a few quick shots I took of the Empire State Building from our embankment. The view is just breathtaking, and it's hard to get out of the kayak and get back on dry land sometimes.